RM. You guys can see that I got my little area right here with all of my contacts, and above you can see where I am actually located within Sugar and not going on through just the website. So moving right along, the very first thing that's new about this brand new version of Sugar that we're extremely proud of is we listened to everyone on their feedback from previous versions, and they asked well, Ryan, what about target lists? Like, target lists are such a big thing in Sugar. Can you guys integrate with target lists? And we said yes. Well, at the time we couldn't, but we understand, and we will begin working on that. So we are now able to sync more modules from Sugar and offer you an even deeper integration. Specifically, though, I want to go over target lists. All right. So setting up syncing for your target list is extremely simple. You just go back up into our little SimSync our little Sugar cube up here for SimSync. If you guys do not have target lists turned on, it's extremely simple. Underneath it, you're going to see just a turn on button. For me right now, mine is currently turned on, so it now says manual sync. What manual sync does, if you click it a second time, is it'll just go through and re-update all of your target lists and all of the records that are associated within target lists. One general question that I have been getting a lot recently has been, Ryan, can you guys map information directly to target lists? And the answer to that is no. And the reason because is target lists are not a data repository module inside of Sugar. Your data repository modules for having data are going to be your leads, contacts, targets, and accounts. The best metaphor that I can give everyone when it comes to how you properly utilize target lists within Sugar is to think of leads, contacts, targets, and accounts as the foundation of a house, and think of target lists as the various rooms that you can put up walls around. So you can go and you can section off certain pieces of data and parts of the house based on certain criteria that you have, but they all begin building with these 4 core modules. So one of the things you guys might be asking is, okay, so we have target lists that are sync over. What can we actually do with target lists now, specifically, within Inbox? Can we send directly to them? Can we use them as conditions? And the answer to that is a resounding yes. So I'm going to go over here and click on my little automation tab and bring up our automated campaign manager. So you guys can see here that I have created a quick demo automated campaign from earlier today. And basically what this is allowing us to do, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me click in first and take a look. All right. So this should look familiar to just about everyone here. This is our campaign timeline that basically will show you everything within the workflow in a linear fashion, so you know what conditions are currently going on, and then what action is happening for this. So for this demonstrative workflow that I have created, I am going to be targeting my various leads that are currently in my records that are currently in my leads module for Sugar. Moving right along to my conditions, I have selected my target list as one of my conditions. If I click on this little drop-down box over here, I can see all the different target lists that I currently have that are synced over into my account. From there, you can also see how many records total are related to that specific target list. For the demonstration, I'm going to use demo list. I have 5 records that are currently targeted within that list. Next, the member of condition for target lists. Basically what this means is that the condition is going to target every single record that is a member of that target list. Not a member of will be the exact opposite. Basically what it will do is it will target everyone who is not in that target list. Click on the Save Changes. Now, I've decided that for this demonstration, I wanted to show you guys how to segment the list to make sending direct email campaigns to your target list more viable and more easy. So for this, I picked my list segment action from our actions campaign. All you got to do from there is, click a name of the list or some sort of description of what you're going to want this to do, and then name your list. So for this, I have already entered in demo list. Save changes, and now that campaign is currently done. So you guys might have noticed earlier that I had already ran the campaign, and we saw that there were 4 people who were touched by the campaign. So you might be asking yourself, well, okay, that's really cool, Ryan, but what exactly does this list segment via target list actually mean for me? And the answer to that is that falls specifically within our campaigns. So I have another campaign that I have set up. As you can see, testing 2. And one thing you guys might actually also notice right now that I want to just kind of point out is the new style layout that we have. This is brand new, just a couple hours old. If you guys, it's available to everyone right away. All you need to do in order to upgrade the template is just simply clear your cache in your internet browser, restart it, and everything should be good to go. As you guys can see, we've kind of cleaned up our section and made it a little easier to view everything. But moving right back along to what I was talking about, changes for target lists specifically. So we've gone through and we segmented one of our target lists into a new list segment, which is now available as a CRM list that we can use specifically to target individual campaigns. Now, you guys might be seeing the CRM list up here, and then you might also be seeing this Show Sugar CRM target lists. So there is a difference between the two. So if you wanted to target just specifically your Sugar CRM target lists, currently what you have to do is that requires email credits specifically. By allowing you to segment it, though, you create it as a CRM list, and with the CRM list option, you're able to send more unlimited emails. So it's just a quick workflow for you pro marketers out there in order to use your target list to send unlimited emails. For anyone who is out there who's only an email marketer and still wants to target target lists, you can do that, but it's going to cost you in email credits. So if you're targeting a list with 500 people, 500 email credits. Okay, so the target list was one of the biggest things that we had been asked about, and that we were very proud to roll out. Another thing that I want to point out to you guys that is different in this version as opposed to other versions, and this is specifically for people who are our pro marketers. If you go to our Manage Users tab, down at the very bottom, we can see the managed user account from my colleague Alex. If you guys were on the webinar for drip campaigns last Tuesday, he was the gentleman who ran it. So I'm going to go in and edit Alex's user permissions. Now, originally, if you were a pro marketer, we didn't give you too many options, or honestly, no options at all when it came to creating permissions for your users. We've changed all that. We can give you the ability to just create everything. As you can see, Alex currently has access to everything. But if you want to be more specific, maybe you have a team member who you don't want to have access to everything or only specific parts of your campaigns or of the Inbox platform, we allow you to drill down specifically to anything that you've ever created or that has been imported into Inbox, and allow you to choose, what do you want them to be able to do within Inbox? You want them to be able to edit any of your campaigns? Can they view the reports? Can they clone the campaign? Can they delete it? Do they have the ability to activate or pause the campaign? Same with scorecards and landing pages. Do we only want them to be able to access certain scorecards and use those? Do we want them to be able to access any just sort of landing pages and use those as well? So if you guys have multiple users who are creating creating, different email campaigns, different content for any of, their own campaigns, and you have other individuals who are kind of upset that they haven't been able to view it or see it, here's where you're going to go in order to allow everyone to use all the content that everyone has created to make make everybody happy. So, now that I've shown you some of the main some of the more main things within Inbox that have changed, I want to go into Sugar specifically and show you some of the new things that you can now do. So for this, I'm going to leave the Inbox module and head over to my leads module in Sugar. As you guys can see, I have all my coworkers in here, along with a few other famous individuals, if you guys are familiar with Lord of the Rings. But for this, I'm going to click on my colleague Alex. All right. So one of the new functions we've allowed you guys to do is view the timeline report directly within Sugar. So as you guys can see, here's Alex's timeline of everything that has ever happened to him within Inbox and also within Sugar. You can see, when stuff was modified, what the previous value was. Obviously, this was, when he was created. We can see what campaigns or what life cycles that we have set up that he is currently a member of. We can see that he was originally in visitors, now he's in prospects. Got another 30 points. Moved from prospects to identified leads. And as everything is happening, it's updating in real time. So if you're ever wondering why someone isn't getting a campaign or an email sent to them, or why their workflow stopped, or why things are messing around, this is going to be your first go-to point to kind of give you the whole life cycle of that particular record. This will also allow you to begin troubleshooting and try to pinpoint exactly where discrepancies may be happening. But we allow you to do a lot of other things as well. So if I click on Profile, this will give me the full basic data fields for everything that Alex that's been filled out for him. As you can see, it's a little sparse. I got his name, his status is obviously new. One of the cool things we do have now is a custom field score box that will bring over the lead scoring numerical value that's associated with your records and drop them directly into Sugar. So normally you can just see it to right here. Now we've actually mapped that to a data field. One more thing that we can do is the score is linked to our SIM score, which was one of the other new modules that we have available with this version of Sugar. One of the cool things we can do is adjust his score. And this can be for a variety of different reasons. Let's just say you close an opportunity with Alex. We might just say closed deal, and we can add points to his value, because obviously if we close a deal with Alex, we want to add a bunch of points, let him know that this is a hot prospect and this is someone that we need to keep in touch with for getting more deals to come in with him. So if we let that just take a few seconds and allow it to update. All right, it has now successfully been updated. Now his original score was 45. You guys saw that I just added 70 points to that. All I'm going to do now is click on refresh. Oh, give it a minute. There we go, and boom, we can see that his new point total has been reflected in real time. We also, one of the new abilities that we have that we're extremely excited about, moving back along to target lists, is the ability for you to move campaigns, or move individuals in campaigns directly to your target list. You might be asking me, Ryan, how exactly do I do that? Well, it's simple. You click on the Campaigns tab up here in Sugar, and it'll bring you a list of all the different email and automated campaigns that you have ever done within Inbox that have been synced over into Sugar. If you go to this little bar graph looking thing right here, it's the view status of the campaign. And this is where you can go and you can see all of the basic analytics that are associated with the campaign. You know, who opened it, when was it started, how many people bounced, how many people didn't open the email, who actually viewed the message, and excuse me. And from here, what you can do is, you know, decide on how you would like to actually begin marketing to people. Maybe you have specific target lists that are set up for, you know, people who, you know, only for people who, you know, actually viewed messages, clicked through, you know, or maybe you have a target list specifically for individuals whose emails have bounced, or who just, you know, haven't received your message that you want to, you know, get rid of, opted out, suppressed. You can easily just add those individuals, you know, to a new target list, you know, right from here. That you can either you know, create a new one, or you can already pick one from one that you already have. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick, we'll pick Middle Earth. And if we go back to target lists now, just give it a second. We can see that it's loading. You guys know how it is. Sometimes it takes a little while. All right, awesome. So we saw that I added them to our Middle Earth target list. Let's go ahead and click on Middle Earth and see if they, you know, see how they should pop up. Oh, yep, there you go. We can see all of, you know, those 4 individuals who'd opened up one of my campaigns now directly added into my Middle Earth target list. And then from here, you know, we can go back to our automated campaign and begin to, you know, deal with more automated workflows, you know, based on, you know, the target list condition, or moving individuals to a specific target list via the action module. So, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, that pretty much concludes what is new within Inbox. One thing, actually, you know what? One thing I do want to say that is new that I have not covered today, because we're going to be covering it in excruciatingly more detail, is going to be the personalization tags that are available for your email campaigns. And what I'm basically talking about is setting up personal campaigns from the individual record holders within Sugar CRM. So as you guys might be able to see, this enter an email from name, the Sugar CRM assigned to module. For all of you marketers out there who would love to send email campaigns on behalf of your entire sales force, this would be something you would be extremely interested in. You can send out your campaign into the client. It will look like it is coming directly from their individual sales rep. So, you know, just an easy way of, you know, getting your sales team involved and letting them know that, you know, any person who responds to them specifically will be, you know, they'll be responding directly to that specific sales rep. But that will be a webinar for another day when we go over more of our new features in the email campaign in more detail. I'm going to open the floor to questions right now. So if anybody has any, you know, now would be the time. And, you know, one thing I'm sure some people are wondering is going to be, you know, Ryan, you know, when is the next update going to be coming out, or, you know, when's the next major release going to be? The answer to that is, you know, we have a couple of things that we are currently working on. We've gotten some feedback from a lot of individuals, and we're currently fixing, you know, 1 or 2 bugs that we keep finding and popping up as it goes along. But there is no clear timeline for when our next major release is going to be. But we do have some things in the works, so everyone, you know, definitely stay tuned, and, you know, you'll definitely, you know, hear from me, hear from Kevin, or hear from some of my other coworkers right when it first happens. All right, I see I have a question. Let me just open this up real quick. Do you need the Pro version for all of this, or will the regular version work with Sugar 2? So everything that I have shown today is with the Pro Marketer account of Inbox, and so in order for SimSync to work, you have to have the Pro Marketer account. That's how all the automation functions work. If you're asking me, what version of Sugar do you need, this is capable with all versions of Sugar, 6.5 and higher currently. Okay. Well, I don't see any other questions at the moment. You're very welcome. If you guys have any other questions, or if you think of something that you weren't able to think of at the moment and you'd like to have an answer from me, I encourage you to please email me. My email is just Ryan, RYAN, .Brown @inbox25.com, and I will be more than happy to get to answer that question in as timely a manner as possible. I want to thank everybody for getting on the webinar with me today. I just want to give one quick shout out to, please join us for our next webinar on Tuesday, June 24th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be talking about maximizing live chat and OARC integrations with Inbox25. As always, please follow us on Twitter, Inbox25, and please, go to our YouTube channel to look at any other, video tutorials that we've created, as well as previously recorded webinars. This webinar has been recording, and we will be putting it up on our website and our YouTube channel sometime in the very near future. So if you ever need to, come back to this, it will be up there for your viewing pleasure shortly. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining me this afternoon, and I hope everyone has a very pleasant Thursday. And I hope to talk to you guys all real soon. Thank you.